Yo, what's good, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry's Sistas review. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, then you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell somebody to tell somebody if you choose to, but if not, just sit back, relax while we get into this messy thing. Now, this is the synopsis for season 8, episode 14, entitled Knock Knock. Following her panic attack, Danni confides in an old friend about the chaos in her life. Fatima puts her plan to get evidence on Hayden into action. Andy questions Robin's motives and starts to regret asking for his help. Now, what I want to know is, who is this old friend that Danni will be confiding in? Now, the only person who I believe to fit that description is Zach. Do I believe that's a smart move? No, because Zach doesn't necessarily have a tight grasp on his own life, but I honestly don't believe that it's him. Someone asked me if I believe that it's Preston, and I thought about it for a moment, but I don't believe it's Preston. One, because I don't believe that Danni ever considered Preston a friend, and two, I don't believe that Danni trusts Preston enough to share her innermost feelings with. And just judging how things were between them at the end of their situationship, sexcapade, whatever they had going on, I didn't get the impression that Danni actually trusted Preston with her emotions. But what I can say, I am glad that Danni is being honest and calling a spade a spade. Her life is chaotic. That's just what it is. It's complete chaos and destruction. And I can appreciate that she's acknowledging that at this point. Unless something has changed now, we're moving on to Fatima. Unless something has changed, Fatima's plan has everything to do with proving Hayden as a suspect due to Tamara cheating on him with Gary. But when I thought about it, I said, now couldn't the same be brought up against Zach? Because Fatima did, in fact, have sex with Hayden as well. Even though, yes, it was only one time. It probably didn't mean nothing to neither one of them, or it didn't mean anything to her. The truth remains, she still had sex with him. And so the same type of evidence that she's trying to bring up against Hayden could definitely be used to point Zach as to be a suspect in the attempted unaliving of Gary. So I guess we'll just see, how it goes. A lot of people try to push the fact that Fatima had sex with Hayden underneath, the carpet. We ain't forget. Show didn't. But moving along to Andy, it says that Andy is having regrets, and I don't blame her. The way that Robin has been moving is hella suspect. However, the way that Robin is treating Andy at the law firm is legit. You're a suspect, ma'am. And you shouldn't be representing anyone, regardless of the case. Now, Robin acting all chummy with Detective Watt, Agent Watt, whatever you want to be called, is a red flag to me. Robin telling Andy that she's the most incredible person he's ever met in life is a damn lie. And it was a crimson red flag to me. Robin, I don't trust you. That in itself, I don't trust Robin. Number one, we don't know where the hell you been, sir. You got the hell out of Dodge when that hostile takeover was happening. No one knew where you was going. No one knew where you were. And then you come back as if you are a savior with the S on your chest. You trying to be super saver hole when it comes to Andy. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. And I know some people who listen to me having a hard time grasping that because you're fine and you look good. But that don't mean anything, because Robin, when they showed the extended trailer of Robin being all chummy and cool with Agent Watt, that put me on alert, because the two previous times that we saw these two interacting, there was a certain energy, and that energy was not friendly. The first time is when we saw Agent Watt interrogating Andy, and, Robin busted in the nick of time to say, hey, you're not going to be doing this to my client. I'm representing her, and Andy is going to leave. He also brought information that Gary was, in fact, alive. Second is when Robin showed up to Andy's penthouse unannounced and uninvited and saw Agent Watt putting his hands on Andy. Now, of course, he should have been upset. I would have been upset too, putting your hands on someone who you shouldn't be putting hands on. You're a grown-ass man trying to manhandle a woman, so I get it. So even with all of that, when he sees Detective Watt and they are alone, and Detective Watt tells Robin that the case has officially been closed, Robin was a little too happy. He was a little too happy, and it just did not sit well with my spirit. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see who this old friend is with Danni. I hope that they are not trying to expand the Sistas universe, because they've done enough expanding without giving us proper explanation about certain people they have already brought on the show and mysteriously had these people disappear without letting us know what was going on. So I'm hoping it's someone that is already a part of Danni's life, but we already know her friends. So who is the old friend? I'm not going to give myself a headache thinking about it. So we're going to find out who this old friend is. We're going to find out this evidence that Fatima is trying to push up on Hayden. But like I said, which I believe she's trying to bring up the fact that Hayden's girlfriend cheated on him with Gary, which kind of makes him a suspect. But as I stated, the same thing can be brought up against you too, boo. Because your fiance might be upset that you spread them legs to Hayden. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's what it is, but I am just saying. But listen. I want to thank everybody who has been listening to my videos, because I am definitely seeing an increase in the viewership. And I just want to say my motto for this year with Sistas has been, you cannot expect Broadway at the circus. And that is something that I have held on to. And now I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun with these reviews. It ain't all that serious. Even though there are moments to have serious discussion, I'm just having a good time. I'm having fun with this show until it goes off the air. We already know what it is, and we know what it will never be. So we're just going to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to have fun. And that's what it's going to be. But again, thank you to everybody who is subscribing, all the new people. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Until next time, I will holler at y'all later, and y'all be safe out there. One.